So your heart should be nice and slow again, regardless of which flow you've just come from. Let's move into some stretch. So we've been stretching as we've been moving, but it's nice to just take it really slow for a little bit. So bring yourself into child's pose one more time. Take your knees wider so you get the inside of your hip stretched. And if it feels nice, just take a stretch to one side. So you're stretching the side of the body. As you breathe in and out, find space from hip bones to ribs. Keep focusing on rest and repair. Then when you feel ready, try the other side. No, if this feels really uncomfortable on your knees, sometimes kind of coming too far back on your knees hurts the kneecap. You can pop a cushion between your calf and your thigh so that you're a little bit higher if you need. You can also adjust the position of your legs. Don't feel just because I'm there that it's right for you. Let's take one more breath. Coming back into the center, shift your weight on all fours. Push back into downward dog or kneeling if you want to. And then we're going to come into pigeon pose. So you're going to draw the leg forward. Now your first option, two legs 90 degrees, yeah? So if you feel this is a lot on the hip, stay here. You can take the leg back and extend too. Now, if this feels a lot on the hip here as well, you have an option to put a cushion or a block under your bum so that you're a little bit more lifted, so this hip doesn't have to open quite so much and it feels supported. You can also move your foot forwards, backwards, and the knee inwards and outwards. So choose a position where you feel comfortable, and we're focusing on releasing around the side of the buttocks and the hips. Just take some nice breaths, breathe in, breathe out. Feel the space around your hip bones open. You might be up here, you might be resting on cushions. Choose what feels nice for you. As you breathe in and out, try relaxing your jaw. Jaw is connected to the hip, so we can relax both even better. Just allow gravity and breath to open up that hip a little bit more. Sometimes we don't realise how much tension we're holding until we actually just breathe and use gravity. You relax your shoulders more in that position. And then climb your hands up, and because we've done quite a lot of work working the quads, front of your thighs, let's take it into a quad stretch. So you might just press the hips forward if you can't reach your foot. You might be able to pick the foot up and draw the heel towards the center of your bottom. Or if you feel comfortable from this position, you might be able to draw the heel up, reach round, and draw the heel into the center of the butt. You might be up here, you might be down here. But the important thing is wherever you are, you're comfortable. You're comfortable enough to let go and to breathe. So if you can hold your foot, but you're fighting it, how about you take it down a level and just find some harmony with your body. And then just breathing in and out, wherever you feels nice. And if this feels quite intense, you can always play with rolling in and out of it a little bit, very gently. So it's not too much pressure, you can deepen the stretch. Notice how the front of the hip opens. If we're opening up this front of hip, it means we stand up taller. Sometimes we get back issues because this is so tight, it pulls us forward and rounds the back. So opening up the front of the hips, really great for posture. Beautiful. Let's release out. We're going to change to the other leg. So you can either step back into downward dog, Or you can sweep the other leg around and bring yourself to 90 degrees on the other side. But whatever feels comfortable for you. So choose where you're going to go. This side might feel different, and that's fine. So whether you come down here with the knees bent, or whether you extend the leg, or whether you put a block under your bottom so that you feel supported, or a cushion. And then again, connect into your breath. Maybe connect into your rest and repair button. And think about softening your jaw. Give your hips permission to let go. Notice if you feel a release in your back as you release your glutes. Glutes can pull into a back. Again, you can roll backwards and forwards through it if it feels nice, just feeling the corners of tightness, gently easing them out. And when you feel ready, if you would like to, don't feel you have to, pick up your leg and catch it. So again, you might roll onto the bottom, catch the foot from there. You might just press the hips forward to feel the opening. Lots of different options. As you breathe in and out, just keep letting the hip drop down. Notice if you're pulling with the shoulder a lot. See if you can find a position where the foot stays fairly close to the butt comfortably without you having to really yank through the shoulder. Let's take one more breath and release. And then bring your feet round and let's roll onto the back. So the first thing I want to do is do a little hamstring stretch, because again, hamstrings can pull on the lower back. And one of the things I've definitely experienced is kind of lower back and hip discomfort during my menopause. So holding thigh, calf or ankle. If you can't, you can use a yoga strap. The knee can be bent. We're stretching the muscle here. So if you find having the leg right out here feels really uncomfortable and you can't get anywhere, it's better to have the knee slightly bent and draw back so you can still feel that stretch. This knee can stay bent, or if you want to, you can press the heel away. And then just notice if your shoulders are lifting off the floor, like mine have just done, bring them down and hold a little bit lower. And then inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can let the shoulders soften. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep softening your shoulders. Keep allowing breath and gravity to open the back of the leg. You'll notice this is also stretching diagonally across the pelvic floor if you've got the leg extended as well. Perfect, and you're just going to draw the knee in, take a little roll around your hip. Just notice the space around your hip, your lower back, how the back feels as you move the hip in and out. And then we're going to try the other side. So again, choosing where you feel comfortable. And if it means you're like this to hold your leg, how about you use a band or hold lower? And then just keep breathing the shoulders into the floor. Bottom leg extends away if you wish. Try pushing the heel away. And if you find the head's quite lifted as well, just try tucking the chin in towards the chest, so you're lengthening the back of the neck. And again, breathe in, breathe out. Just let gravity and breath do its job. This leg might be tight or it might be loose, or it really doesn't matter. You just need to breathe and give it the attention it deserves right now. Remember, you don't have to finish when I finish with this. You can always come back and spend longer on these stretches if you need to. And we do have the calming yoga flows as well, which are much slower paced and much more time to really get into the pose. So if you feel like you need more, maybe you tap into one of those. Let's take a roll through. You can have the knee bent again if you want or not. Notice how your back feels. Notice how the hip feels. Take a twist. So drawing the knees in now, you have an option to have your feet on the floor, or you can start with your knees up. Arms come in a long T shape. And if you know that your back is quite tight, maybe you have a stack of cushions or pillows or a yoga block to the side. Breathe in. As you breathe out, gently drop your knees to the side. See if you can maintain your shoulders resting on the floor. And as you breathe in and out, try and find length between the top of your rib cage, the bottom of your rib cage, and the top of your hips. Sometimes we're quite crunched up here. So see if you can move the knees a little way. And then just breathe in. If you want to stretch your neck, you can lift the head up, turn it round, face away from your knees. Place it back down on the floor. Relax your jaw and shoulders once more. Breathing expansively into the front, the back, the sides of your ribs. Bring yourself back into rest and repair. Can you see that light switched on right now? As you allow that sense of calm and quiet to flow through your body, how do your muscles respond? Can you let them soften even further? Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Gentle flow of breath, just massaging along your spine, gently unraveling. Stay there. If you want to stay longer, when you're ready, breathe into the center, reset your back into the floor, and as you breathe out, come the other side. Again, this might be different to the other side, so you might need cushions this side. You might need to bring the arms down slightly. You might need to adjust the neck. As you breathe in and out, just allow gravity, breath, that sensation of rest and repair to flow into every single cell of your being. Just surrender. Also notice as you're doing this, how few hot flushes you get when you're doing this chilled out stuff. Because the hot flushes are triggered by anxiety, they're triggered by low sugar levels. So if you find that you're anxious all the time, you are more likely to have hot flushes. If you can use the calming breath, if you can maintain calm at regular periods during the day, you're less likely to be sweating. Stay there as long as you wish, and when you're ready, you're going to come back into center, reset your back again, feet to the floor. Let's take a little counter pose. So pressing the feet into the floor, tuck the pelvis under. You might just roll a little way up if you want. Some of you might be able to press the feet into the floor and come higher. Chin tucks into chest so the back of the neck is long. And we just want to really breathe into the front of the body, opening up the creases in the armpits and the hips. You might even spread your shoulders across the floor as well. Take a few breaths, but this is meant to be relaxing. So if you feel that you're holding yourself up and think, oh God, this is tiring, take an exhale and gently roll down through your spine. Mid-back touches down before your tailbone, and if you find this tricky to do, pull your belly button in. Let's take another one. Press through the toes, roll up through your spine, feel the front of the body open. Breathe fully into it. Feel the space for your breath. Then as you breathe out, use your exhale to draw the tummy muscles in, to gently ripple down through every segment of your spine. Let's come to happy baby. It's a very nice way to release pelvic floor. So draw your knees out to the side. You can hold under on the shins or your feet, but if you're having to curl up to reach, see if you can hold a little bit lower so you can actually relax the whole of your back on the floor. And then if it feels nice, you might take a little roll from side to side. But the thing I want you to do here is really think about relaxing the pelvic floor as well. Every time we've squatted today in tense pose, we've contracted the pelvic floor. Every time we've done a warrior, we've been contracting the pelvic floor. It's just as important to allow the pelvic floor to relax and stretch, just like any other muscle in your body. So you breathe in and out. Keep letting the knees drop out. Take a little swing from side to side if you want. You might even play with just extending your legs out, feel the inside of your thighs stretch. And then with your next breath, you're going to bring your feet together, bring your knees together, land your toes to the floor. Let your arms rest down for a moment. And just breathe. So, final part of my HIIT yoga, and I do encourage you to do this, even if you don't have much time. It's 2 to 3 minutes, and it's really important to keep ourselves really nice and calm. So we're going to do Nadi Shona nostril breathing, which we're going to breathe in through alternate nostrils. So it's really bringing the mind into focusing on breathing. If it feels uncomfortable for you, then you can just focus on slow breath. If you feel like you just want to do calm today, you might breathe in through the left and out through the right. So it's up to you, but I'm going to say try this. It's a cleansing breath. So it's a really nice thing to do at the end of the day before you go to bed. It also focuses your attention into the breath, so you're less likely to be thinking about other things. It's very hard to breathe alternate nostrils and think of something else at the same time. So thumb, fourth finger to the nostril onto the cartilage bit here. Same principle as we're doing with the left nostril breathing. As you release halfway. And we're going to just do 2 minutes today. But if you can do more, I encourage you to do more. You'll get to a point when 2 minutes feels really short. So just go with what feels right for you. Thumb, fourth finger on the nostrils. And you're going to breathe in through the left. Pinch it out through the right. In through the right. Pinch it out through the left. Keep going. In through the left. Pinch and out through the right. In through the right. Pinch and out through the left. In through the left. Pinch and out through the right. In through the right. Pinch and out through the left. Keep going. So as you continue to breathe, notice where the breath flows into your ribs. Can you breathe into the front, the back and the sides? Can you keep your head calm and quiet? And as you breathe in, bear in mind every in-breath is an opportunity to breathe in calm and space and energy, whatever you need for you today. And every out-breath is an opportunity to let go of tension, worry, anxiety, all that stuff that holds us back and limits us, stops us from being healthy and calm, from thinking clearly. So as you breathe in through the left, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left. Don't just think of it as it's just breathing. Think of this as a way of finding mental clarity, a way of energizing your brain so it thinks better. More breath, more oxygen to the brain. It's going to make your brain function better. Our muscles, our limbs, our energy systems need oxygen. The better we breathe, the more energy we should have. Think of this as breath that brings us into rest and repair. So our body can use the nutrients that's digested calmly to rebuild, to heal, to strengthen. With our stress levels coming down, our cortisol levels come down. And if our cortisol levels are down, our body isn't having to divert everything to the emergency services. Your hormones can balance better. Your thyroid function is happier. So as you breathe, it isn't just a breath. This is your pathway to calm, to health. And all those things bring happiness, hey? Let's take a couple more breaths in through the left, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left. And when you finished your last one, maybe just bring your hand back to your heart. Feel the slowness of your heartbeat. Feel the softness of your shoulders. Acknowledge the quietness of your mind. And then gently just release your hands, open your eyes. And that's the final part done. So if you don't have time to do the whole hip flow, maybe just do the warm-up, the sun salutation and this. And that's still probably about 15 minutes. It's going to get you moving. It's going to help you feel good. Why not give it a try? Thanks for joining me today, guys.